We have new information tonight surrounding the indictment of 3 former Beaumont School District employees. KFDM's Justin Hinton has been combing over the indictment. And Justin, what did you find?
Well, Kelly, this is that indictment. It alleges Daryl Glenn Johnson used his autonomy and lack of oversight to perpetrate a scheme to defraud BISD, a scheme prosecutors say led to a loss of roughly $284,000 to the Beaumont School District in a 3-year period. According to the indictment, from June 2009 to May 2012, Daryl Johnson, a warehouse supervisor, placed his wife, Erin Gipson Johnson, on BISD's payroll. She received checks from BISD twice a month in that time period. Those checks included overtime pay. Now, from June 2009 to May 2011, Erin Johnson received close to $194,000, and she never worked as a BISD warehouse employee. According to the indictment, Daryl Johnson did the same with a friend, Kailyn DeShondra Pete. From June 2010 to May 2012, she received paychecks from BISD twice a month. According to the indictment, she received more than $90,000 in that time period. She, too, never worked as a BISD warehouse employee. Prosecutors also say she provided Daryl Johnson with $500 from each of the BISD payroll checks she received. So how did he do it? Well, according to the indictment, Johnson falsified records, including timesheets, to ensure both his wife and Pete were paid extensive amounts of overtime. Prosecutors also argue he fraudulently verified that both Johnson and Pete worked the hours indicated on their respective timesheets when he knew they had not. Also, both Erin Johnson and Pete submitted documents to BISD, including employment applications and direct deposit forms to receive checks for work they had not performed. Prosecutors say those checks were delivered one of 2 ways. They were either physically picked up by Johnson or they were mailed to a Beaumont P.O. box he secured in his own name. If convicted of the conspiracy charge, the 3 could face imprisonment of up to 5 years, a fine not to exceed $250,000, and probation not to exceed 3 years. If convicted of fraud and aiding and abetting, the 3 could face imprisonment of up to 10 years, a fine not to exceed $250,000, and probation not to exceed 3 years. Greg?